No money out of pocket. No money up front with a 730 credit score. All the way into corporate funding. Increments a total amount of money up to $1 million. If it's a solid 730 and above, it's definitely up to $1 million in increments of like $300,000 to $400,000 units of credit lines and loans. Now, it's no money up front on most 700 FICOs that are pretty strong. Send me a copy of your FICO, your credit report, your 3-bureau credit report PDF to my email if you got a 700. A good, strong 700 we can do no money up front, no money out of pocket, corporate funding, credit lines and loans. Worst case scenario on corporate funding, you're talking $125,000 credit line and $125,000 loan. That's worst case scenario. And my funding has no credit cards that get cut back or lowered because you used your credit card for any reason, or you did a cash advance or dropped the minute you pay their little success fee. I don't have that. I have 100% usable money, credit lines and loans. And that's down to 5 to 6% rate and on up to 25 years. So if you have a stronger file than just a 730 average normal file and it's stronger with larger accounts, you're going up from 500,000 to 1 million. And I can tell you exactly how much we'll get on each file. Now, with the absolute best terms, you're talking the lowest rates, the absolute best terms. This is the type of money that takes a successful person to a millionaire, and then if you make payments to as far as you want to go. And we're talking the first round on a hardcore credit could be $1 million. If it's average strong credit, it could be 500,000 to 700,000. And it grows exponentially. It doubles every 6 months. Nobody on the internet can do that. Nobody on the internet can even get credit lines and loans. All they do is get credit cards. It does nothing but ruin your credit and is unusable and makes your credit drop because they just do the introductory rate at 0%. And then after that, they cut the line back and you're sitting there talking about going from whatever the credit limit was all the way down to like 10% of what it was, and it destroys your DTI and your scores plummet and you cannot get out of it, and then you're in collections and your credit card is ruined and your whole credit file is ruined. So I'm here for long-term relationships to make long-term winning win-win transactions. And I've been doing this corporate credit and I have more proof than anybody on the internet. Now, if you have less than a 700 credit score, we go straight to credit repair, we can get that fixed. But if you're a business owner and you want real money, my corporation's never been stolen, never been dissolved, never been reinstated. Nobody can say that because everybody else on the internet has trash that keeps getting flipped over and flipped over and flipped over, and they don't get any credit lines or loans or real money. And at best, if you even get a corporation, you'll get a bunch of baby credit cards that get cut back. Not mine. I have the real money, the real cash, the things that you can get, nobody else can get. Now, we're talking like 24 to 48 hour, well, about 1 day approvals on the credit lines and loans, and then I could even do accounts receivables and other things like that. But we have to look at your credit and see where you are and then go from there. Now, if your credit's bad, like I was saying earlier, we'll go straight to credit repair. We'll get you fixed up and get you going in there. So I can take a 30-day late on any normal account that's a decent size and change it to 100% most of the time, change it to perfectly paid so we don't have to ruin your credit and remove all that stuff. Definitely school loans, I can take negatives and turn it positive so you have positive school loans, and most 30-day lates, which nobody else could do, change to positive. Now, I can remove also collections, some 60-day lates, charge-off, repossessions, bankruptcies, judgments, tax liens, child support, school loans. Like I said, I could turn positive. I could get rid of consumer counseling, your inquiries, and I can fund and I can remove check systems, early warning systems, and foreclosures and accounts that say settle for less. And when I say I'm removing check systems, and you fix that, and or even if your credit score is strong and you're 730 or 700 and you are in check systems or EWS, I can fund around it and go straight to funding and get about half as much money because I can go places where we don't have to worry about it. Nobody else could do that either. Nobody else can get the kind of funding I get. I get the best money there is for the clients. The average time on credit repair, if you haven't been around the block to all these idiots that screwed it up, is 45 days. It doesn't matter. What matters is getting it finished and done. And I'm very aggressive about getting it done. If you've done a lot of work on it yourself and you've done it around all the internet and you found out that it doesn't get done and you want me to finish it, yes, I will finish it and get it done. So it may take, I'll say, a little bit longer than 45 days, just as case by case, but I'm just being upfront and realistic with everybody and get you done and into the money. Now, corporate money is where it's at. And this service for you, if you're a good quality client and you're able to pay back the money, you're responsible and you're business minded, you're definitely what I'm looking for. Now, if you want to step it up and get into commercial real estate, I could get you into that as well. But when you're talking about funding, nobody has the kind of proof I have in any type of funding that I'm doing, from personal all the way up to corporate credit. And I have a proof of business credit to Millionaires.com, more proof of funding than anybody on the internet. And anybody doing credit repair that can't prove large amounts of funding or any funding at all, they cannot do credit repair because all the money is in the funding. And if you can't do funding, you're never going to finish the credit repair because you're not motivated and there's no desire to do it, because credit repair is a lot of work. I get it done and I can get your credit scored excellent and get you going and get you in the money. So that brings me to commercial real estate. You want to get into the big money, learn the retail and the apartment aspect of it, and learn every level and make all the money, close deals in 1 week and get cash out, but paid as you go, paid as you learn more, and paid as you close deals, unlike anybody else on the internet, at 100% LTV private money, which nobody else has. Nobody even says any of this stuff because they can't do it and they don't know what they're talking about. I can get you trained and get you set up on that. My commercial real estate calculator breaks down everything about cash out, how much, everything that other people don't even talk about, don't even know, and all the factors that really matter and what really makes a lot of money and what really doesn't. So that is very critical. If you're an aggressive, business-minded person and you're tired of the games and you really want to get into the funding, where I can get you funded 4 times a year, definitely 2 times a year if you're not making a whole lot of payments, but normal payments. But if you're making a little more than normal payments and you're aggressive about it, yes, I can exponentially grow your file every 3 months. Nobody else could do that. Everybody else could say all these things, but they have no proof and they have no ability. And they just started like within the last year. They're just born. And I've been funding before all these people have been born. So, and been here with the same everything on the internet longer than all of them. So if this sounds like you're interested and you want to get a lot of money and you want to get into funding, or you need to get your credit repair, give me a call at 312-473-4163 or text or WhatsApp my cell phone 312-218-8737. Thanks.